Hey y'all, it's Leah. Welcome back to my series on creating our ideas book, where we're making templates for different junk journal elements that we can refer to in the future. So we're doing our little series within a series where we're using up our 6x6 paper pads that many of us have just hanging around. And so we're making some different pockets out of those. So today I'm calling these funky pockets. I have been doing these for this is one of the first things that I learned how to make when I started junk journaling, and they are just so fun and funky. And I love that no two are really ever the same. As you can see, even these are both 6x6 pages, but one is kind of measuring just about 2 inches, and then this one is like 2.25. And so it definitely, sorry, y'all probably didn't see that. But like the width, you can see how one is like, a 1/2 inch, 1/4 of an inch bigger than the other. So it just depends on how you do your folds. There's also 2 variations on how you glue, how you do your gluing on these. So you can do it where you overlap the one that has this piece over it and put that on top and then glue those down, or you can do it like I did on this one. You can kind of see where I tucked, basically I would have tucked this one inside this little flap. And so I'll show you when we get to that point on our example. Okay, so let's go ahead and set these aside for right now. So we're starting with our 6x6 piece of paper, and double-sided is what you're going to want. But again, like I said before, if you don't have double-sided paper, you can make some by gluing 2 single sides together. You can just take your white page that's on the back, and you can spritz it with ink or any kind of your oxide sprays. You can stencil it. You can cover it. You can like make a little, well, probably a masterboard wouldn't work on this with all the folding, but there's lots of different ways that you can just cover it with like coffee dyed paper or something, just to kind of take that white off. Okay, so you will want to do your inking before you start all of your folding. Okay, so make sure you go ahead and do that, and then we're going to go ahead and start. So you're going to take your bottom right corner and you're going to bring it up so that, I call it like 2 little mountains. So you're basically making your little mountain peaks. So you want them to be technically the same size. They're still going to end up kind of in different directions. Okay, and then you're going to fold, but you can see that's where like I can change the angle of that. So I can make them be really close together, or I can spread them out. And the further apart they are, then the tighter your this is your finished project is going to be. Okay, so we'll kind of go like about that. So that's why I said they never come out the same. Even when I try to make them the same, they don't. Okay, and so then you're gonna take, you can really start either one, because it's just, you'll get them folded and then you'll decide how you want it to go. So you're gonna take these and you're just kind of playing around with how I like to look at them and see before I determine which direction I'm going to glue it. And so we're kind of going, yeah, about there. So I think this one is going to look better with this flap on the outside. Okay, so if we did it like that, let's see if I can kind of show you. If I went really close in like this, then that gives us more area to play with down here. Yeah, that's probably better. Okay. So actually, I think I misspoke. It is the tighter your peaks are, the tighter your bottom part is going to be. Okay, so now we have some options. So I'm going to go ahead and just crease this down, but now we can kind of see. So I can I can glue it like this. So it just gives you more places, more little tucks in there if you glue that on the outside. Or I could do that if I wanted to and just have that. It kind of gives a nice little profile. It really depends on your paper too and kind of the type of journal that you're making. Or I can tuck it. So I can take this whole piece and I can tuck it inside that little pocket and do that. And if you're going to tuck it, then you just need to glue it at the bottom in that little opening. Okay. And so I think for this one, I don't know. I think I actually like that. Okay, let's go with it. So in that case, I need to glue on both flaps. Do that. Glue that one. Okay. All right. So now I've got a space here. Get a space here. I can get something in here. I can get something in here. And I can, if I wanted to, I could glue this part and make these like two separate pieces. I think I am going to actually just glue this little bit down just so that's not waving about. Okay. And so we've got that spot there. So that is our funky pocket. Okay, so our directions, we're taking our 6x6 double-sided paper. We're going to fold that bottom corner up diagonally to be side by side with that top corner. And so again, you get to just kind of play with it. I'd say kind of, you know, fold it in like I did. Don't make your creases until you get it, you know, kind of how you want it. And then fold your sides over. And your options are you can overlap them or you can tuck one side into the other. And when you overlap, you can go, you know, either one, left over right or right over left. And then you also have the option, which I didn't do with the smaller ones, but when I've made these with larger paper, you can basically slice across the top. But I felt like that didn't give enough spaces in this. It just doesn't show off enough because the paper is so small. But I think if you're using like an 8x8 or a 12x12 piece of paper, that definitely would work because you have a lot more area to work with that you could cut off the top. But I mean, if you want to cut off the tops of these two, that works for you. Whatever works for you, because it's your journal and you get to make the rules. Okay, it's the beauty of junk journaling. All right, so let's figure out where we are going to put our funky pockets. We're going to go here on this little dictionary page, and then you would just glue, you can glue them 3 sides and give yourself some space in the back as well. Just makes another little tuck spot. I feel like with so many things, like it just makes sense to glue on 3 sides because you can always decide not to put something behind it, but it always gives you that option to have it there. All right, so that is our funky pocket. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you will join me next time. Bye, y'all.